In 1945, a journalism student at the University of Chicago named Vivian was given a homework assignment of taking 10 photographs for a project. She probably had no idea that nearly 80 years later, her photographs would still be around with their unique and meaningful message. To truly appreciate her photos, first we must understand their context. For that, we will begin shortly after the stock market crash of 1929. In the 1930s, Harvey Pennington was growing into a fine young man, the son of Scottish Kentucky farmers and the grandson of Austrian immigrants. His mother was a devout Catholic. Harvey was an outgoing and industrious young man who worked for the Civilian Conservation Corps. He was tall, handsome, and enjoyed cutting up with his brothers. Pauline Mauk was a beautiful young girl descended from Scottish and English Kentucky farmers. She had already experienced the hardships of the crash of 1929 and losing her mother to the TB epidemic in 1935. She helped her father with her younger brother and sisters. She was kind and she was beautiful. Pauline caught the eye of Harvey and he began to court her, even though his friends may have been a little rowdy, and she enjoyed more innocent fun with her friends. As the country was climbing out of the Depression, things were looking up for the young friends, and they were hopeful. In 1937, her cousin Lula was dating handsome, young Cecil Arrowwood. Harvey Pennington succeeded in winning over Pauline. Here he is looking a little nervous with a cigarette in each hand and one in his mouth. Pauline's sister Maxine was her maid of honor. It wasn't long until their daughter Dawn was born, and the happy family was on their way when another tragedy changed everything. Harvey enlisted in the Army, but was repeatedly denied because his civilian job was needed for the war effort. He was the sole provider for his family. But by December 9, 1943, Uncle Sam decided none of that mattered. They needed fighting men to go. He was assigned to the 36th Cavalry Reconnaissance Unit, where the Willis Jeep had replaced the horse. They saw plenty of action in the European theater, but his thoughts were with his little family back home. He wrote them little notes when he could. To Dawn, 1945, from Daddy, Germany. To my darling little girl, from Dad, Germany, September 9th, 1945. Just old, lonely Dad in Germany. His wife would send little notes back when she could. To Dad from his best little girl, Donnie. Darling, God bless you. My love and greetings on Mother's Day, Harvey Pennington. Hello, darling. Oh, if only I could hold you in my arms tonight. God bless. He had a little card he carried from his mother saying she would pray the rosary for her son each night at 7:30 p.m. He would need those prayers. His family never did know why he had a map of Hitler's mountain retreat or what he was up to. He was in Ulm, Germany, and sent a picture of Munster Church. The cornerstone was laid in the year 1337. Harvey wrote, "Every brick within a mile of it is flat to the ground, but God had something to do with this. It was not touched, just a few windows blown out of it. It now stands out to itself with miles of brick and piles of dirt. Where there used to be a nice town is flat to the ground." The death toll was climbing. Local boys were paying the ultimate price. Private First Class Charles Stiegel killed in France. Private First Class Levi Mauk, Pauline's first cousin, 22, killed in Italy. There were many more, including Private First Class Cecil Arrowwood. He was killed in action September the 17th, 1944, in Italy, leaving behind his wife, Lula, an infant son. Then the dreaded news hit even closer to home. It was about this time when Vivian, the college student, came upon Pauline and Maxine with their babies at the local park. She introduced herself and asked if she could take some photos of them for her college class. Pauline agreed, and these are her photos. Notice in the last photo of Dawn at the desk, hanging above is a captured Nazi flag, swiped from the fender of a German officer's automobile, and a card dated June the 2nd, 1945. Harvey sent a note. Cannes, France. This is the front of the hospital I am in. To my wife and baby, Dad. The paper cross says, "Because I live, ye shall live also." The back says, "May God keep us together, Harvey, Pauline, and Don Pennington. June the 15th, 1945, London, England. Wounded, March the 15th, 1945, France. May God be with me and help me." Our boys who made the supreme sacrifice. We'll be home for Christmas. Love, Dad. Harvey made it home. Here he is, making a little snow angel for his daughter. Harvey, Pauline, and Dawn together again.